All of these four things happen over time. So as time happens, as you literally just stay alive and make your payments, you are having all four of those happen continually. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is part 3 of a little 3-part series. The first two, just to recap, part 1 was basically how business, tech, and AI is a constant race to the bottom. And part 2 was how real estate is the answer and how real estate will outlive your product, skill, talent, or business. Now, part 3, I'm going to go into how time is on your side with real estate and what I see rising over the next 5 to 10 years from a very macro perspective. And lastly, I'm going to get into what I mean when I say ChatGPT, AI, and the Caveman. And I'm going to get to the Caveman part and the Caveman theory of this video. So let's get started. Okay, let's talk about how real estate is on your side, monetary wise, data wise. The 4 pillars of how you make money in real estate are cash flow, loan pay down, tax deductions, and appreciation. All of these 4 things happen over time. So as time happens, as you literally just stay alive and make your payments, you are having all 4 of those happen continually. So over time, sure, you might have short-term maintenance, blah, blah, blah. You might have a tenant who doesn't pay rent, and you might have short-term problems. But if you scale that out over time, cash flow will go up. Rents have done nothing but rise since literally forever. Homes appreciate over time. So if you buy a home at a good price or even just market value, every year, every decade, time favors you. And let's compare this to business. Whereas products are coming out faster, cheaper, and better. So if you sold a flip phone in 2005, there was something faster and better coming behind it and cheaper. So again, that constant race to the bottom. Whereas real estate, when inflation or the government prints more money, blah, 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 all of those things help you. So time becomes your ally. And this is the one area where time is really with you. And that is real estate, cash flowing real estate to be specific. That's the monetary, data stuff here. Now what I want to get into is my vision, kind of a blurry vision of what I see taking off over the next 5 to 10 years as AI and as tech continues to grow. This part of the video is where I go a little bit off the deep end, but I think it's important to break down exactly how I see this. Now, when you think about evolution or you think about progressing or growth, right? Usually you would think just a straight line where we go from one step to the next. Discover, fire, wheel, internet, social media, AI, right? And it's a progression forward. What I see and what I feel is that it's actually much more like a circle to where things can become so good that it all becomes obsolete. And then you go back to, like the post says, caveman. Now, what do I mean when I say this? And what do I see happening over the next 5 to 10 years? They already have technology that's so good where you can make a video. It's an AI generated video. It's completely AI and it's a person and it looks just like me. You watching this video of me, it looks just like me, talks just like me, but it was all AI computer generated. That's already here. Now play that out over the next 5, 10 years as it compounds, as it learns on itself. My vision on this is that it's going to get so good that anything you see on this screen, anything that you see on a screen, you're not actually going to be able to trust. You're going to get to a point where you will not be able to trust your own eyes. So someone could put out any type of information, any tweet, post, video, and you could be talking to someone. So maybe people start making AI generated Instagram, Snapchat accounts, and to the point where it's so good that, again, you can't trust your own eyes. And that's where I go to this circle where in a world like that, what's left? Especially like once you get into virtual reality, in a world like that, what's left? And to me, the answer is real stuff. So real estate, businesses, plumbers, trades, stuff that you have to do with your hands, stuff that is real. And even to go outside of a business perspective, just friendships, family, like stuff like that, we're going to get to a point where we actually go, hold on, we're going too deep down this rabbit hole, and I want things to be real again. I think most people have already recognized or known someone where their social media account is actually taken more seriously than their own real life, if that makes sense, where someone goes on a trip and they're not really actually having fun on the trip or even focused on what they're doing. They just wanted the good picture for their Instagram kind of thing. Again, I'm going crazy off the deep end here, but I just want to give a macro perspective of how the world is changing and how I think we circle back into real estate, trades, real world stuff absolutely taking off over the next 5 to 10 years as AI takes off right next to it. Now, that is a very, I guess, lack of a better term, emotional kind of view on it, where kind of man versus robot, and just an internal feeling of why I think real estate will rise. Now I want to give another perspective that I see happening and why we're going to see more and more people flood into real estate. And again, like things next to real estate too, like, again, plumber, electrician, blah, blah, blah. So we've gone over how AI will be a race to the bottom and it'll eliminate a lot of middleman jobs. Again, if you are any type of information arbitrage, salesman, even like lawyers, stuff like if I can go on ChatGPT and basically talk to a lawyer who actually knows more than the local lawyer in my city, and the subscription is $9.99 chatgpt.lawyer.com. Again, that's just one example, but we're going to see a lot of middleman businesses be completely destroyed. What does that mean? And why do I think that correlates to real estate? Is all of these people still need a place to go. And all the money that was being invested in those businesses still needs a place to be parked. It still needs a place to find a yield and find a return. What my bet is that when tech becomes a world of a few monopolies that wipe out all the small stuff, you're going to see these people go, what's left? Where is there left to go to make money? Boom. You're going to see people moving over into real estate. How do I know this? I'm one of them. Literally, I'm one of them. I did e-commerce for 7 years. And when I first started, it was easy. Pop up an ad, blah, blah, blah. Pop up an ad, send out advertising. No one even knew how to do that. Make money easily with very little work. Now that the competition sets in, now that you have globalization, you have tech who is doing jobs for you. You have Amazon who is willing to take prices to zero. You have tech. Basically, you have monopolies, and it's much easier to be a monopoly with code, where you don't need more humans, more bodies. You just need better coding, and you can take people out. So I'm one of these people I'm talking about. I see the writing on the wall. I see where we're headed. I look and I go, I still want to make money. I still want to be in business. I still want to feel like I'm contributing to society. So you move over to real estate. And now more money comes into the market. I think that I think that people are going to absolutely start flocking to real estate when they start to see how obsolete they really are compared to the robots, compared to all the tech giants. To go into this point even further, I pose a question of why are more people not already in real estate? Or why are more people not learning about real estate, especially younger people? And the answer to that is very simple, and it's literally just distractions. It's nothing more than distractions, shiny objects, and again, my bet over the next 5 to 10 years and even longer is that it's going to become more and more evident that all of these shiny object things like drop shipping, crypto scams, certain businesses, etc., as it becomes more evident and as it becomes more obvious that what I'm saying in videos like this and part 1 and 2 are true, once people understand it, they're going to end up there. So basically what I'm saying is to get there first and to get there early and start learning. Obviously there's a ton of people in real estate, don't get me wrong, it's not like real estate's some secret. What I'm saying is that real estate is still extremely undervalued, and as all of these things that I'm saying come to light over the next 5 to 10 years, I see an explosion in this area. To wrap this video up and to really cement the point that I'm trying to get across is, with all the craziness of the internet and social media, my advice for people is to just start where your feet are. Ignore all the shiny objects, ignore the hoopla. There is a house in your area. I don't care what state, what city you're in right now. There is undervalued homes that no one's looking at, that no one's paying attention to right in your area, right where your feet are. There are real businesses, real opportunities that are where your feet are. And again, to go back to the circle, start to ignore all of the stuff that sucks you in and makes you feel like you're FOMO, like you're running behind, and settle in with a business that's built to last. Start working on things that put time on your side, one rental at a time, one door at a time, and go from there. This was a little bit of a crazy video, but I hope you kind of got my point and enjoyed it. Quickly before I take off, there is now a Discord link in below. You can join the Discord. There's some free training, some free tools. And if you have any questions, concerns, anything real estate related, drop in there, post, and I'll be active in there to start communicating and connecting with you guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.